I've already got two people. I've already got two people in here. What's happening? How'd you guys know I was going to be in here? I'm so confused. I'm getting ready to do the roots, guys. So, hey everybody, I just wanted to come on and say hello. I wasn't going to do a video today. I ended up doing a weigh-in at home and I was down 0.2. 0.2. And I did a Zoom meeting and just have really kind of tried to chill out a little bit today. I had a crazy week, mostly with, as you all know, there's a lot of hurricane stuff happening. Thankfully, we escaped unscathed, but just dealing with a lot of stuff from that. And then also, what I ended up doing, I've been working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And this last week, I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and had some really late visits on Friday. I know, 0.2, right? It's like, do I even report that? But I felt like I should. At least come on here and tell you guys. Oh, sorry, I was sitting weird. So, that happened. And then also, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but we have just been like, I feel like in the eye of the storm, and I'm not talking about Hurricane Laura, even though that happened as well. But it seems like everything around us is extremely chaotic, and we're just trying to keep it together. So, as you know, we both have our work situations. Well, then also, my mom's going through a health scare that I found out today. So please keep her in your prayers. Her name is Julia, Judy, and she's gonna have a lot of testing, but we're very, very concerned. And then my dad also has some health stuff happening at the same time. So I just got all of that information today, and I've been talking to my entire family today. I talked to everybody today. And I know that you guys are all going through things yourselves because you share that with me. And sometimes I just feel like I've got to concentrate on my own little microcosm and I don't have a lot of energy for anything else. So I wasn't online a lot this week, honestly. Over on Facebook, I wasn't really doing my Tupperware stuff. I wasn't really over here, but I was on plan. And I was so thankful to have a plan. I don't know if you all feel like this, but sometimes when everything is out of control, the one thing that you can control is how you're treating your body. And I think today, with my mom, having this she's got a lot going on, and I am her daughter. And she's getting like these new diagnoses of potentially diabetes. We know she's hypertensive. She's going to have a lot of testing for some other things that I'm not going to go into here. And I still have to talk to my other brother about all this. But, I had this conversation with her today, and it just hits home that it's so important that we try to take care of ourselves. And there's a bishop in my church that was talking about during this time, during the pandemic, we've all just tried to do so much. Like sometimes you feel like you just have to do so much, you have to do so much. And it's been so mentally and emotionally, physically, spiritually exhausting that there is a time that you just have to step back and be quiet and then just take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself. If that looks like I'm so impressed that my parents went and they got their physicals this last week on top of everything else that's been going on, because I think the temptation is to stay home and not seek healthcare, and they actually went in and got their physicals done. So I'm so thankful that they did, because we found multiple issues. My mom got like 10 different things going on, and she's pretty like shocked But she told me today, thank God I have my faith, and thank God, that, she has that to hang on to, and she has her family, and we're all there to support her. And so it looks like I'm going to be going out there. I'm going to talk to my work this week about going out there a little bit early. I'm going to be there in October for my birthday, but my dad's having surgery this month in September, so I think I'm going to go out a little bit early and take care of them, or at least be with my mama while my daddy has surgery. But then, like, how does Amy take care of herself? And that's always the question for me. But I think that this really put it into perspective when you see family members struggling and getting physically ill, that it is really important that we take care of ourselves. So I just wanted to come on here and say that I don't have a lot of other words of wisdom, except to say that if you need to step back right now and really focus on yourself and turn the media off. I talked to my other brother this morning, my brother Peter, and he said he stopped watching the news. It was going all day long for him for so long, and he works in the mortgage industry, and he felt like it was just consuming him, and he has finally stepped back from that. He's turned off the news, and he also got himself a desk that has a built-in bike. So while he's banking, he's riding his stationary bike. I'm not exactly sure what the desk is called, but he's staying in motion. And so while I was talking to him today, he was on his bike. I thought that was so cool, that he's able to work from home some now. And so he's taking advantage of that time to take care of himself physically. And my other brother took some time off. He owns his own business, and he took his family to the mountains. This is my brother that has my little niece who's had so many issues since December. Took the whole family, and they're just in the mountains. And he actually Marco Polo'd me today and showed me views of the mountains. So the thing is, some of us aren't always fortunate enough to be able to do those types of things. So, and that's the community that I work with, is the at-risk community, where we don't always have options to go take a trip or buy a desk with a bike attached. Okay, so we do have to step back and identify what can we do, because I think too often we hear all this like self-care, do this, do that, and we're like, I can't do that, I don't have time for that, I don't have money for that, okay, so let's cut the BS. The bull crap. What can we do? And a lot of times it's just sitting back and saying, okay, no excuses. What are the things that we can do? I was watching my friend Classically Molly. It wasn't a video of hers, but she had posted in a few different places that she really noticed that since she wasn't working out in the morning, she didn't have as much energy. And it's something as simple as that. Are you able to walk? Can you take a walk? Okay. Are you able to turn the TV off? Can you turn the TV off? Are you able to phone a friend? Those types of things, the small little things that cumulatively, when we build on those, they equal really good self-care. And we do need to step back a little bit, I think, from all the noise. And I know a lot of the noise is important to you guys, but yourself is also important. So just wanted to put that out there. Thanks all of you that pray. Just thank you for your prayers for my mom and my dad. And we're all going to get through this. And I hope you all had a successful week on plan. Like I said, sometimes the plan is the only control that we have. I just felt like that. I was staring down a bunch of chocolate the other night, and things were feeling so out of control. I just had one of those days at work where I heard, 4 stories that blew my mind, basically. And that happens in healthcare. That's our lives in healthcare. And I came home, I took a walk, I ate a healthy dinner, and then I wanted chocolate. And for whatever reason, I convinced myself that if I had this chocolate, I was going to feel better. And yes, in the immediate, I would have, but I would not have been able to stop with one piece. Like, I knew that about myself. I was like, I want to eat this entire chocolate bar, basically. And I was like, okay, so Amy, can you just limit it to 1 square? And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So I just had to pause and like really challenge my thinking and like what I was doing. So I'm like, what do I actually really need to do right now? And there was a list, clean the house, clean the bathroom. I had Tupperware stuff to do. I had things I wanted to do with a video online. We had this hurricane coming in. I was freaking out about that. And I was like, you know what I need to do? I need to go to bed. I turned everything off and I went to bed at like 8 o'clock or 8:30 at night. And that was my chocolate. That was the chocolate I needed, was to go to bed, freaking go to bed. Get your jammies on and go to bed. And that didn't mean go to bed and play online. That meant go to bed. I got one of my books out, an actual paper book, and I read a book and I went to sleep. So, okay, Marlene, let's see. You guys are totally talking to me here. Marlene's lost 3.2. That's awesome. It's your first week back since December. And Marlene, that is a huge accomplishment. I know a lot of us are kind of coming out of this like, okay, this is where we're at right now, and what can we do about it ourselves? So I love hearing that, Marlene. Congratulations. That's fabulous. Hi, Anne. Rosemary, thank you. I know you'll be praying, my friend. I really do. Trust that you'll be praying. Hi, Pat. Oh my gosh, Pat lost 4.6 pounds this week. You gained some during lockdown, and Pat, listen, there's lots of us that have gained, lots of us that have lost. Who cares? Bury that. Put it in the background and let's move forward. That's what I'm doing. I had a few months where it was just like, ooh, the same couple of pounds on and off, on and off, on and off. And now we're going down. We're going to go down and we're going to do it together. Okay? We're going to take care of ourselves together. Michelle, thank you for your prayers. I appreciate it. Barb Britton says, good health is such a gift. Absolutely. I totally agree. Hi, Spanish Whispers. Thank you, my friend. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Luigi. Hi, Anna. Good to see you. It's good to see you twice, Anna, as well. Hi, Sharon. I have no makeup on. I had a makeup-free day. And I'm in my loungewear. And I didn't put the laundry away today. So, and I'm choosing that for myself. I'm choosing not to put the laundry away. Sometimes you have to do that as well. Excuse my finger, but I'm scrolling down. Thanks guys for celebrating my 0.2. I thought that was so funny when I got on the scale this morning. Honestly, I was a little concerned so usually what happens with me once I get rolling on something, I'll have 2 or 3 weeks of really good losses, and then I tend to have a little tiny bit of a gain. For whatever reason, I was sort of suspicious that would happen this morning, and it didn't. So that's really great. And actually, if I had gone to WW to weigh in, I would have been down probably 0.4, because usually they're a couple, like 2/10 of a pound less than my home scale. My home scale is old, and so I don't know that it's calibrated correctly anymore. I'm not really sure. Sorry about my finger. Okay. Anyway, thanks guys for listening. I just want to come report. Getting closer and closer to breaking that 250 mark, and I feel a lot better usually once I get back into the 240s. It seems like once I hit 250, I feel really achy. I don't know if you guys have that experience, but it's weird. It's really weird. I don't understand, but I feel better in the 240s. I did read this week a really interesting study that 1 pound of weight loss equals 6 pounds less of pressure on your hips. We're talking about your knees, we're talking about your hips. So if you lose 1 pound, think about that, the impact that has on your hips and your posture and your back and all of that. So it makes sense to me that even these little tiny increments, we fail to forget that these little, like 1 pound, ½ pound, 2 pounds, make a huge difference for our bodies. And I think a good example of that is my husband, who, when he gains 5 pounds, he feels sluggish. He feels the weight. He feels bloated. And I'm thinking 5 pounds is nothing, nothing for me. I fail to forget how much of an impact a pound or two can make on your health. And we don't think of it like that, you guys. We don't think about it. But when we read studies, we see how much just losing a pound impacts your knees, your hips, your back. I feel less bloated, like all these things, just by losing I'm like down 6 pounds this month, something like that. My clothes are fitting just a little better. Like I just have a little more energy. I'm not hurting as much. So those are important things to remember, the little tiny steps that we're taking. We're building our micro habits. We're building our big mama habits. And then we're also taking baby steps forward. And I love it. I love point 2. That's a baby step. I will take it. I'll take anything at this point. Samantha, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh. Thank you, my friend. I'm just chilling with I need to do my roots. Last time I tried to do my roots, that's when I hurt my finger. Did I tell you guys about that I had hair dye in? I don't know if I told you this, but so my finger's healing up really well. I did not need the hand surgeon. I don't know if I told you all about this. I think I did. But 3 weeks ago, I really hurt this finger. I had 10 sutures in. The sutures are out now. But I had hair dye in when it happened. So imagine me, I have just blood and everything, and then I have red hair dye, and I kept thinking, you know how you go to extremes. I was like, oh my gosh, if I did cut my finger off, I mean, maybe it's because I couldn't figure out at first. There was a lot going on. I thought, I got to get this hair dye out before I go to the emergency room. It was hysterical. So my hair dye wasn't in long enough to really get my roots. It was only in for about 10 minutes. So I've got to go back and do it again, do my roots. You see my little roots in there? I got to get my red on. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me for a little bit. I really appreciate it. I am over on Facebook a little bit more than YouTube sometimes, so come hang out with me. N is for Nurse, RN. That's my name over on, did I say YouTube? Facebook. I don't know what I said. I don't know. We'll try to get back to regularly scheduled programming once. I don't know. Is the world going to calm down? I don't think so. Not right now. We're just going to be in this together. Okay, let's take care of ourselves together. We can be united in this. There's a lot of diversity in our country. There's a lot of stuff going on. Things are a little cuckoo, but we all can be unified in this. We can practice self-care together, and we can all believe in self-care. That's one unproblematic belief that we can be unified in. So I'm going to believe in that with you guys, and we're going to do this together, and I will see you guys later. So stay in orbit. I will talk to you soon.